Okay, this is a review and more or less a comparison of 3 games in the genre of space simulations. All of these games are recent enough and long enough to be mentioned in this review. Because to be honest, not all games that play in space can actually be a space simulation. X3, for instance, was in my eyes a disaster in matters of storytelling. The menus were crap, the audio was stupid, the storytelling was basically not existent. It was a pure economy simulator in space with the best graphics on the market. It still is super pretty, even if it came out at the end of 2005. I mean, believe it or not, it's 2005. However, since there has not been any release of a worthy space simulation in the last few years, I would like to try to explain why that is. I have an idea. What? Tell me about it. We make Wing Commander 5. Wing Commander 5. Isn't all that a bit outdated? I mean, the furry hair crap and cats and the puppets. I mean, we make something new. Yes, it is all crap, and this is why we make everything new. We make a new story, we make a new complete race. That actually sounds very good. But please tell me you have a story. You must be able to tell a good story, right? Yeah, of course. I have a very good story. I already wrote the book. Come on, believe me, I have it. First of the 3 is Wing Commander 5. Wing Commander Prophecy breaks with a couple of things the Wing Commander series was presenting. The Kilrathi, for instance. I have to admit that I didn't have enough money when the first 4 Wing Commander titles came out to upgrade my computer all the time just to play these games. So Wing Commander Prophecy is the first Wing Commander I played from beginning to end. And hell, I played it. The first time I played the game it was summer holidays, and obviously I had a lot of time. I played through the whole game in just 2 days, it was so intense. I even played it a second time after that, in just 1 day, ripping my cheap joystick apart. And that 2 times! Wing Commander 5 starts with a dramatic render intro. In fact, every single Wing Commander title was well known for the cutscenes. Wing Commander 4 even had more CD-ROMs than Wing Commander 5. Maybe they noticed that showing a movie is just not enough for the player in case they actually want to play a game when they buy one. Wing Commander 5 still has 3 CD-ROMs coming with the game, full with movie-quality render cutscenes combined with very well-acted real characters. Compared to other games, the Wing Commander series puts tons of detail into each character. Talking about characters, one of the most interesting characters in Wing Commander 5 is Maniac. He is the actor of Biff Tannen from Back from the Future and plays almost the same kind of role. He develops from a complete asshole to some kind of friend during the game. And that almost counts for every single character on board the battlecruiser Midway.
Black Widow Squadron. Man, just getting to the good parts. All right, I'm saving the best for later. All right, hang out. I don't want to see you at this table again, plebe.
The missions start with interesting, thrilling and well-told series of events introducing a new and unknown race right from the start. You learn flying just by shooting and having some hints or checking the key mapping in the options menu. I like that. I really like that. I hate tutorials where they force you to sit at a desk to study the keyboard layout instead of starting the game. Like in, forget about it, that's a different story. To be completely honest, it's some very long time ago since I played the full game, so I don't remember every single detail of the story, and also I don't want to spoil everything in case you'd like to play the game after this review.
Even they were creeped out by it.
What word? What word?
My Kilrathi ain't so good. Nathrak.
Nathrak. What's that mean?
Supposed to mean night or something like that. Darkness, actually.
What I remember of the story and what I saw during the first hour or so to record some in-game videos, I was very surprised. The graphic is playable. Okay, you definitely have to install a 3dfx Glide wrapper to unleash the full potential of the game, but still, it looks okay. The sound effects are well done, the explosions are okay, and what impressed me most was the shaking cockpit. A shaking cockpit! Not only that you kind of feel the G-forces of your head when you fly around, when you hit an enemy and he explodes, you can feel the shockwave through the movement of your cockpit. In 1997. That's unbelievable!
I really liked the game, and it was one of the very last that actually supported joysticks, and one can see that it is optimized for this kind of input device. But anyways, flying using a mouse also works pretty damn well compared to approaches used by X-Wing or TIE Fighter, where you have to move the mouse all the time to turn around. No, they actually invented the mouse steering.
By the standards of 1997, I give the game a very good 9 out of 10 for innovative design and the best screenplay and story I have seen during my entire gaming career. By today's standards, it's still a 4 out of 10. And that is because almost everybody will say the graphics suck. But you know what? Graphics is definitely not everything, as we will see later in this review. I have an idea. Hey brother, what's wrong with you? I said I have an idea. Yes, obviously it can't get any worse, so what's it be? I program a space simulation and I call it Freelancer. You know I already do Starlancer and this game rocks and it's a space simulation. No, actually it's very bad and you know it. I have greater plans to accomplish. We make everything new. We create the future as it could be. We need to talk. About what? Well, we make everything new. We have a great storyline. We have real characters in the game. We have hundreds of planets. Sounds like a plan. Yes, I said that already.
Freelancer. Oh, Freelancer. This is by far my very favorite game in matters of storytelling and immersion into the game. Literally, after years of waiting and shifted release dates, it came out in 2003. After Chris Roberts' brother failed making a good game with Starlancer, he himself managed to create the best space simulation ever made. This time around, 3D graphics was on a completely new level. They managed to have one single pre-rendered animation, the intro. It explains why humans went away from Earth and where they are at the moment. I was missing a little loop closing element in the story that explains why no one followed the Alliance into the Sirius sector, but hey, no game is perfect, right? When you enter the main menu after starting the game, you get yet another surprise. The menu has great looking animated background, and I believe it was also the first space simulation having this eye candy. The game starts with another cutscene, but this time everything is game engine and real time, and it looks awesome. The main character, called Trent, is obviously a badass, as we learned during the first couple of minutes.
Make sure he lives. He owes me some credits.
Your concern is touching. We'll do everything we can.
He's a selfish freelancer just looking for the cash. What he doesn't know is that he is soon involved into the main part and into the plot concerning whole humanity. I know, you will probably say that sounds a lot like the game you just showed us. And yes, it's another simple but well-written
go and save the whole damn universe
story. And I like that. In games, I want to be the unreachable hero. It's fun. The missions start and you receive your first ship. Like in Wing Commander 5, you are thrown into the action right away.
They've completed pre-launch checks and are ready to go. Should be an easy run from here to Fort Bush and then on to Pittsburgh. Ready?
You are entering restricted space. Alter course at once or we will open fire.
New York, do not interfere. We're here to protect the president. Shulsky is a traitor.
Red alert. The Donau is hit. Launch all rescue and defensive units. All other fighters engage enemy ships.
There is no training, no discussions, no tutorial, just some hint messages that you tell which button you should press and what's important at the moment. Everyone is taking you serious right from the start, making you feel older and grown up right from the start.
Thank you, game immersion experience.
When Digital Anvil introduced their controller concept, I was shocked. I hated the controls, I hated the third-person view, and I hated that I could not use my joystick anymore. What's a flight simulator without a joystick? Then the game came out and I sat down to take an angry look at it and realized something. They were actually right with their plan. For the first time ever, a new approach to a controller concept really worked. I was even able to set my view to cockpit, I was able to play, fly, shoot perfectly, and I liked the whole game. It's fantastic! The story is simply great, the voice acting is absolutely perfect, and I was more than impressed how well they managed to create cutscenes in real time. This was never done before. Lights, sounds, camera movements, facial expressions, most likely skeletal animations, 10 characters in one place and everyone is interacting with each other and objects around. The overall experience was therefore even better than in Wing Commander 5 because I was kept inside the game. I know the graphic is not perfect and never was, but you cannot deny that the game still looked very good. There was no bump mapping, incredibly bad textures inside bases, and some of the backgrounds showed ugly 8-bit coding fragments, but the overall picture was perfect and everything fitted nicely.
You know, I give the game an 8 out of 10 only because I understand that the graphics is a little bit old-fashioned. The rest of the game is a 10 out of 10. And you will see that if you go and play the game. So go play the game now. It is a damn good space simulation and worth your time. Look! I have an idea. Ow! Ow! Who are you? Don't be stupid, fool. We make a space simulation. Of course. With Wing Commander, Privateer and Freelancer to beat. Are you stupid? Ah, come on, we make it German. What? I mean, it's not that hard. You can upgrade your ship, we have good graphics and technology, and I have an author already working on the story. What author? Do you have an idea already? Why should I? I mean, if some stupid, cheap author can do the job much better than me. I like that attitude, man. I would like to do the voice acting.
Darkstar 1. Oh my lord. I was expecting a lot from this game. It came out in 2006 and a lot of people and I were waiting for a new and awesome space sim with good graphics and a compatible storyline. When it came out, the magazines liked it. Good story, good graphics, innovative upgrade system and nice side quests. I have a question to you people.
Are we really playing the same game?
The pre-rendered animations, like the intro, sometimes looked okay, but most of the time they didn't add anything to the story, except that they're making the main characters a complete dumbass.
Sei lieber froh, dass wir in einem unbewohnten System gelandet sind. Du hast leicht reden, du fliegst ja auch keinen geklauten Frachter.
You have to know, this game was produced in Germany. Germany is the country where titles like X3 Reunion, Crisis, the Anno series, The Settlers and other things are born. They have astonishing and unreached graphics capabilities, and the technical structure of each of these games is robust. But except from Crisis, there's just a handful of games which are popular that actually tell a good story, right? Why is that?
Maybe this is because the developers just think about the technical part alone. They put heart in it, but sometimes, to be honest, the German developer heart is more like a machine. To give you a couple of examples. The Anno series is an economy simulator. The Settlers is also an economy simulator. X3 Reunion is an economy simulator. And there are still a couple of other examples which are also economy simulators. Yes, and now this. Darkstar 1. Yeah, we can build a ship and we can upgrade it, and we have great graphics and a lot of systems we can fly around. We have 200 sectors and everywhere it's interesting. Yeah, I see, but what's the point? Where's the story? I want to have more interesting storylines. I mean, we have seen Wing Commander Prophecy, we have Freelancer, and they are absolutely not comparable to this game because this game really sucked balls. Alright, the game begins with a cutscene which looks like it's in-game, but it's actually not. The young man we play in this game, like in Wing Commander 5, comes directly from the academy, and because his father died some time ago, we receive a ship. His father wanted us to have this ship in case he dies. Okay, he wanted us to have a ship in case he dies. So he gives us the best ship in the sector, as we learn, which is probably the most expensive ones, paid by the government. Okay, go on.
We take that ship and are told to go for some training missions, if we like, to get to know the ship a bit better. Apparently there's no way to cancel these training missions, so we assign to the 3 missions. The first thing we notice, the voice acting sucks balls.
Hey Chiron, das ist dein erster richtiger Auftrag mit deinem neuen Schiff. Gratuliere! Aktuelle Aufträge werden immer in dein Logbuch eingetragen. Wenn du mal was vergisst, kannst du dort nachschauen.
Moment! Was ist denn das? Ich habe hier auf meinem Radar... Verdammt, passen Sie auf! Da hat es jemand auf Sie abgesehen. Werfen Sie sofort den Container ab und kämpfen Sie. Viel Glück.
It really is some time ago that I heard such a bad voice acting in a game. It's more or less horrid. The thing is, since this game being a German production, you actually expect the German voices to be okay at least. I mean, it's produced and synchronized in Germany. You could have checked what they were doing there. Quickly we notice another thing. The mission design is stupid. The tutorial is led by a bloke with a voice like he is talking to a child to press buttons on the keyboard. Yes, he actually tells me to press WSAD buttons to fly.
Mit den Tasten WASD steuerst du die Schubdüsen. Den Basisschub, also die Geschwindigkeit deines Schiffes, kannst du mit dem Mausrad regeln.
He also tells me that I can use the spacebar to use my mouse freely to be able to reach the buttons on the edge of the screen. And suddenly, I'm not in the game anymore. The game immersion disappeared completely and I'm back at my desk sitting in front of a computer monitor playing a time-consuming game. The tutorial forces us through a series of most stupid missions like fly through these gates here, shoot at this satellite.
Das war nicht schlecht. Hätte nicht gedacht, dass so viel explosiver Schrott in dem Feld herumfliegt. Hätte dir ja gern geholfen, aber mein Trainingsschiff hat leider keine Bewaffnung.
And punch yourself in the face while protecting a completely unarmed trainer ship while apparently being in a sector known to be full of pirates.
Chiron, hilf mir, ich hab keine Waffen!
You do that and a delivery mission, the rest of the 3 missions, and then after a 100% pointless render sequence, the story actually starts. Your father seems to be not dead. You must find this evil guy and bring him to talk. Since this is all played out, too unbelievable and contrived, you never find your way into the story unless you're 12 years old.
Warum hast du mir nichts davon gesagt? Weil es dich nur von deiner Ausbildung abgelenkt hätte. Du hättest dich Tag und Nacht nur mit einer Frage herumgeschlagen, der gleichen Frage, die ich mir auch gestellt habe. Wer? Ja.
And that's not enough. I mean, what really bothers me is that the game deliberately tries to destroy the atmosphere of the game by constantly giving you stupid comments about what's happening right in front of your eyes. For example, later in the game, a girl comes on board, and all she does is telling you, oh look, there's a pirate, and look, this pirate dropped the gun. Look, there's an asteroid, don't get near that. There are tons of examples. The voice folder in the game is actually full of this crap. Turning the game to English didn't help much either. I mean, yes, I killed the pirate, I know that, I just shot him. So why do you have to tell me that all the time? There's absolutely no reason to do that. Actually, there's a time in the game where the girl gets captured by some stupid villain who's now stuck with this absolutely hideous girl. I mean, probably his ears are bleeding right now. I was glad when she was gone, because she pisses me off all the time she's around. So actually I converted the whole game to English, because it was, well, in German, it was unplayable. The sync was so awful, and I decided to get the English copy all the sounds and the video material to the other folder, and then play the game in English. That turned out to be a good idea actually, because as I said, the translation is much better than the original. But still, it's badly written, and the storyline is just not comparable to any other game I just reviewed. I am done with this game. I hated it, and I really wanted to like it from the start, but this game just doesn't give me a chance to do that. Oh, believe me, and I didn't go into detail about the one ship you fly. And the stupid idea of using artificial or ancient artifacts to upgrade your ship. These artifacts are gathered through the galaxy, and you can find them inside asteroids. And actually, no one is bothered by these asteroids. The mining operations are digging holes into the asteroid, and they are just lying there. No one thinks, hey man, this is an interesting artifact of the ancient times. Maybe it's worth a couple of $1 million. But no, actually, no one's taking care of them. You can just collect them. What you do is go into the system. You see always the same. There's the planet, there's the asteroid field, over there comes the pirates, and then you fly your ship to the asteroid, and you actually get a message that there is an artifact in the sector. So you go there, fly into the asteroid, grab the thing, fly out, upgrade your ship, go kick some pirate asses, and then do whatever you want to do. But actually, there's not much in this game. By any standard, because this game really still looks very, very good, I give it a solid 4 out of 10. And that's fair. And if I compare it to the 4 out of 10 I gave Wing Commander 5, I would really rather suggest to go and play Wing Commander 5 with its crappy graphics, because the storyline is just awesome. Go play it, it's really good. And throw this shit away, it's not worth your time.
Okay, das war klasse.